Blanky time. It's almost time for Blanky time. Come along and take our hands. We're going to Blanky Land.
Welcome back to Blanky Time. This is a very special episode because not only is it the last episode of the year, but
Indeed.
this episode is being recorded today, the day this episode's being posted.
So it's basically live.
Yes, a couple hours behind live, but you know,
That's awesome.
It's-
Yeah, this is a first, I think. Maybe.
uh,
Maybe not. It's definitely gonna
no,
be interesting.
I haven't done it. I haven't done it like this in a while. But we just really wanted to, for all our Blanky Time fans, faithful listeners, give them a little Blanky Time before the turn of the year. So.
Yeah, it's I think essential as you reflect on the past year, a little bit of blanky time. And as you look toward the new year and who you want to be. You want to be someone that gets a lot more blanky time, hopefully.
Yeah, should be your number one New Year's resolution.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
More Blanky Time.
Yeah.
In bold capital letters, underline, exclamation mark, upside down and right side up.
Yep.
All of the above.
Yep.
Blanky Time.
I agree with all those things.
And speaking of upside down exclamation marks,
Mm.
you had your trip.
I did.
To Guatemala.
It was nice. It was very nice. Yes.
The long-awaited Guatemala trip.
Yes, we got back a couple days before Christmas, and it was fun. It was a whirlwind, but it was definitely a lot of fun. Very well worth the wait, and got to, see a bunch of friends and hang out with a bunch of really cool people. And
Help a lot of people.
yeah, well, we had a good time celebrating with a bunch of kids that we've been a part of their lives for a long time. But it's been a while since I've seen them face to face, and it was really great. It was like more kids than I even imagined. It was like 125 kids plus their parents all came to this big party we threw, and we got to eat with everyone, and then we gave gifts out to all the kids, and like we were expecting like 90 kids, I think.
Yeah.
And so 125, there was a lot. And then we had the day after we left, like on Christmas Eve, there was like another couple dozen kids that came out that weren't able to be at the party and didn't get anything for Christmas, and we had like leftover gifts that we gave to them. So it was a really, really cool trip. That was a really cool experience, but we also got to drink a bunch of great coffee and see a bunch of beautiful places. And it was Erin's first time, so that was a cool experience for her. I think there was a lot of firsts on the trip.
Yeah.
So
with any trip like that, there's always a lot of firsts.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, it was fun though.
It sounded very, very awesome. I saw a couple of the pictures and everything, and how beautiful the landscape was, and the people, and let's go ahead and plug it at the turn of the year. They're always going to need more Crocs.
Yeah.
Whenever Matt goes back with whoever he goes with, Crocs are such a good gift to take the people down there, because when it's not summer season, it's rainy season, and so they need good waterproof shoes that have decent ventilation and last a long time.
Yeah.
And so Crocs are a really good shoe for that. So you want to go ahead and plug like how the heck they can help? Yeah.
No, the best way to help right now that we're trying to brainstorm going into the new year what the strategy will be. But we met with, out of those kids, all 125 of those kids come on a weekly basis. In January, it'll be 5 days a week. We feed everyone Monday through Friday. in between schools. So you have primary school takes place in the morning, lets out at like 12:30, and then we feed everyone, and then secondary school um, starts at like 1:30 for the older kids. Well, we've got like between 12 and 15 kids that have aged out of primary school, and their parents, they really want to go to secondary school, but there's some cost involved with that. A few of them are at a private school in Antigua, and then most of them are going to the school there in Alato, but they need uniforms, supplies, there's like a whole thing. So our push going into next year is like, how are we gonna we met with the kids, we met with their parents. They expressed their interest. We expressed our interest in making sure that they were able to go to school. And so the big costs right off the bat are uniforms and school supplies. School sends out a list of school supplies. So I think it's like $40 US worth of school supplies, and then about 40 bucks, between 30 and 40 bucks for the uniform. And then the tuition is low enough to where, like, we've already committed to paying that, but what we're trying to do is get people to partner with us and
To do
help.
the school supplies.
Yeah, sponsoring a kid with a uniform. We bought uniforms this week for 3 or 4 of the older kids, and I think there's like 12 right now for sure, and then there's a few that are kind of on the fence. A couple of them already have uniforms because they moved up last year, and so they're just continuing education. Um, but yeah, so we bought uniforms for 3 or 4 of them already. School supplies, we're obviously, the parents are going to help with a lot of the school supplies, but uniforms are expensive, hard to find, they're very particular. So that's the big push next year, is like, how can we use our coffee to let people in on the story. I've got a list of the kids that are aging up, and a couple of them are really cool. I've known for a long time. A couple of them we just met this past trip last week, and yeah, so that's the big push next year. I think all of our energy from this side is going to be funding their education, because I think that's essential to breaking any cycle of poverty, or whatever they want to do. So there's going to be other things added, like we're feeding them 5 days a week. We want to offer English classes for those that want to learn to be bilingual. It gives them a better shot when they're doing jobs and university later, and they just have more options. And so yeah, so that's the big.
Where
That's the
can
big
they
thing.
they find where they can help out with that?
Yeah, so we're gonna have some stuff on lamanodedios.org, which is the name of the organization there in Guatemala, so they can find out more there. We'll be posting in the next week or so. I'm gonna update the website, and then Grateful. We'll put some stuff on Grateful.coffee
Grateful.
as well. So yeah, so
Cool.
we'll put some stuff on both of those if people do want to help. But yeah, that's like 40 bucks one time for the uniform, 40 bucks for school supplies, and then it's like a bag of coffee is like a tuition. So we're trying to figure out, if you buy 12 ounces, you're paying tuition for someone, basically. So that's
lamanodedios.org.
yes, lamano.dedios.org.
And then Grateful Coffee.
Yeah, and I haven't
Grateful.coffee, right?
Grateful.coffee, that's right.
I will link it in the thingy-mabobs so people can find it later.
Yeah, man, that would be splendid.
Because
Yeah.
we like, helping out people is, it's still technically Christmas season,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So, help, being able to go ahead and start the new year helping out kids in need would be a great New Year's resolution for a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And right now on the website, I just pulled it up just to. We do have a space where you can sponsor a kid, $30 a month. The pricing's shifted a little, so we may adjust that. But I mean, $30 is like, it's pretty close to what it costs, between 30 and 40. I think it's 40 for the uniform. 40 for supplies, and then 30 monthly is kind of the breakdown. So,
Mm.
but you can go right now to La Mano de Dios and sponsor. You'll get a little update on your kid and little info about them, their you know how old they are, what grade they're in, their family, things like that. And then we want to do the same thing with the coffee too. Is like you buy a bag of coffee, you'll get like a picture and be like, hey, this is Claudia. This
It
is
could be
Anna.
like Cracker Jacks. Like you could put little
So
pictures in the coffee.
oh, that's a good idea.
So
Yeah,
that's like the
at
prize.
the
It's
bottom
like
of the
yeah, little pictures of
yeah. So these are some of the. I'll show you a picture of this Marlene, Claudia, Anna, um, Rosa, Belinda. And we got a bunch of people, bunch of kids that really want to continue education. So
that's
that's
awesome.
the push, man. Um,
Bunch of little niños and niñas
yeah, man.
want to go to school.
Yeah, that was fun. It was a fun time, man. That was like one of the final things we did was that. That was like one of the. I mean, obviously, one of the main reasons we went. Um, you know, so the last couple of days were filled with that. We had a friend get married, and so we went to her wedding, and that was beautiful. And then the beginning of the week was pretty like open. We just did a bunch of random stuff, like
Yeah.
explored a little, got to do some hiking, and just enjoy it, man. It was nice. Food was fantastic. A lot of food. I ate a lot.
Yeah, I've been
So
eating a lot. There was a there's this TikTok I saw of it was like me after all the holiday food and season, and it was like in a factory where it was the making of like the largest candy bar, and so it just was this big caramel log getting
dude,
coated in chocolate.
that's
And
basically me. Bro, I have never like my stomach has never been as messed up as it has been like the last few days. Like with Christmas, there's just so many sweets and so much crap, and then like I've just been like, I mean, there's been a lot of other food too, obviously, but like so much sweet stuff, man. I was just like, oh, and so many carbs. I just wanted to sleep,
Yeah,
like just sleep it away.
we had turkey not on Christmas. Um, when was that? Was that Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve.
Mm.
We had turkey, and I mean, it conks you out, dude. Like,
Yeah,
it's no
dude.
joke about
It's a
the
real thing.
the
Oh, yeah.
sleepiness that turkey puts on.
Yeah.
It's pretty great though.
Well, we did Christmas Eve where my father-in-law makes this like bacon crunchy like bacon roll up things. Oh, and it's just like bread and bacon.
Yeah,
But dude, it's so good. And
sounds
so
great.
I had probably like 2 gallon size bags full of those just on Christmas Eve, and then yeah, it was nice. And then we always do a huge breakfast on Christmas morning. So we went
Yeah,
after the kids opened up gifts and things. We went to my parents' house and did like the biggest, most incredible breakfast you've ever seen. It was great.
yeah. Did you help out with the breakfast?
No, that's more Adam's thing. My brother.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like
Like throw the apron
he
on.
throws the apron on and gets behind the counter. But by the time we got there, they were well into cooking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Our job is to same on Thanksgiving too. Football slash dog show slash parade. It's like the rotation on TV.
Yeah.
But then we got to hang out with the girls and
Dog show's the best thing on TV during Thanksgiving.
yeah, that is. It depends, man. It depends. It depends. My other brother loves watching the dog show. I just never understood it.
You don't have to understand it. You just have to appreciate it.
I
man.
don't know, man.
It's
I don't
just
know.
like football. You don't have to understand it. You just have
Right.
to appreciate it.
Do you have trouble understanding football?
To this
To what?
day, and I ask questions all the time, like, because my in-laws are freaking football people, and there's more and more things I learn every single time because it's
Yeah.
just so convoluted.
Yeah, and I mean, the last few years has been a bunch of rule changes and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. So, yeah.
Which now, my father-in-law is like, what the heck are they doing? They're changing football like.
Yeah, that's basically how I feel. That's why I haven't watched it. My brother's really into it. Like, I mean, we grew up watching it, playing it, but it's been a few years a few busy years of family expansion, and I just don't have time for football. I love it though. I do love to watch it. Anytime Green Bay is playing.
A
This
great
year,
big house
not so great.
with lots and lots of room. Great big table and lots and lots of food. A great big yard
where we can
play
play
football.
football. Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
and go with me to
They're gonna be
my
really,
father's house.
really frustrated when they get to
Heaven
they
and
get
there's
to
no
heaven,
football.
and it's like, this is nothing like we thought. Yeah, gosh, how many kids' theology is so out of whack because of that song? So
Probably a lot of football kids' theology is very out of whack.
I remember the first time we did that at this youth group I was visiting, and I was just like, this is the weirdest song ever, but it was catchy, so it was great.
Come and go with me to my father's house. Come and go with me to my father's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
It's is this supposed to be Jesus's like conversation with us? It's supposed to be our conversation with other people. That's what I never understood about that song.
Yes?
Both.
Bofa?
So Jesus is inviting us to play football.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because he was American.
Yeah, I mean, the blue eyes, blonde hair,
Yeah.
kind of.
White
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Come on,
White
get with the
Jesus.
program.
Yeah. Well.
We also do the breakfast thing as well. All the my in-law sibs,
Mm.
we get together and whip it up in the kitchen.
Where did
And-
y'all go this year? Your house or?
No, me and Sarah, we normally do Christmas by ourselves with our cat in
Yes.
the morning.
What
at
did
our
Beans
place.
get for Christmas?
He got a bunch of wrapping paper.
That's awesome.
He loves rolling around in the tissue paper and wrapping paper and
Yeah.
going ham. He just it's like he just gets in a trance and
I dropped something off at y'all's house. I think it was right before I left for Guatemala. And I like dropped it at the back door, and I looked up, and Beans is like
in the
sitting
window.
on it. Yeah,
Yeah, just
Yeah.
staring.
he's just staring and like tilted his head a little. It's like, hey, Beans. Yeah, kids love him though.
Yeah, no,
It's
we do that in the morning and then we head over and then we start cooking breakfast. I made the biscuits.
Did you burn the biscuits?
No,
All right.
I did them handmade. Kneaded them, cutted them,
Mm.
baked them.
Mm.
It was a good time.
Blessed Lord.
We didn't have as much as we normally do, because normally there's like country ham involved and a couple other things, and
Yeah.
we didn't have that. But it was still a good spread.
But yeah. My mom goes crazy, dude. She just like
What's your favorite thing out of everything she makes?
I mean, bacon is always at the top of the list. Just
Bacon.
because I love some bacon.
I love some bacon, man.
But usually like the pancakes are really solid. They're like with the chunks of maple in them.
Yeah.
Little that whatever.
Ben made the pancakes this year, and some of them they were cooked on the outside, but they weren't cooked all the way through.
Did you tell him?
Oh yeah, they found out. His mom laid it into him.
Yeah. Yikes. Yeah. It was
like
good, though.
Ben, these are still raw.
Breakfast potatoes,
Yeah,
dude. If you do them right, oh,
Elijah made some banger breakfast potatoes.
I feel like anything Elijah does is well.
It was pretty
It's
good.
done well.
He
He's just
was cooking the chunks of potato, and then he put some fresher de herb and fresher de spice in it,
Yeah.
and then he also had like some leftover, like pork barbecue from somewhere, and
Alright.
put it in there
Hey, all
and
right.
cooked it up, and it was very good,
Yeah, man.
very good indeed.
Food brings people together. That's why I love it. I also love it because it's delicious. And that was one thing about Guat Land that was a game changer was the food.
The food.
And Yeah. We just the culture is so different there. Every meal is just like it just has like a different feel than like even fast food. We hit like there's a Guatemalan chain that's like incredible. They have one here in North Carolina now. They just opened. But so like even, we went there and even the food experience there is just like take your time, it's slow and like service is quick though. Like I mean, as soon as you order, like food comes out a lot of places, but it's just like the whole experience feels different. I don't
Mm.
know, just warmer, like more inviting and more like
Mm.
conversational.
Yeah.
We got to eat with a bunch of different people, and that was really cool. And like the whole process of like, making food, we made food for all the kids, and yeah, so it was fun, man. But the food was definitely one of the top highlights of the trip. We got to check out this really dope brewery. It's kind of like it's a good ways from Antigua, but um, oh man, it was great. It was like right under the volcanoes, like sandwiched between them,
Mm.
and great food, steak and sandwiches, and like lots of good drinks. It was nice. It was a good time. It was a good time.
Definitely sounded magical. And you know what else is magical, Matt?
Ooh, uh, well, it's gonna be one of two things. I can tell you that.
And what's that?
Well, grateful coffee is pretty magical.
Yeah, it is. Wait,
So,
dude,
ads are magical.
ads are
I miss
magical.
my cue. Ads are magical, and what else is magical is grateful coffee.
Mm.
We source coffees from all over the world, but we have strong partnerships in Guatemala, where we
Oh, really?
use really and we use the funds made from coffee and do a lot of good with it. At least that's the goal. So we partner with people that are doing education programs, feeding initiatives, nutrition plans, and and we just try and help people live a better story. So if you would love some magical beans, then you can go to grateful.coffee. You find out more about what we do, why we do it, and also order some coffee because it's pretty tasty.
It is very delicioso.
You know what else is magical?
Oak nuts.
Mhm.
They're actually not all that magical.
Yeah.
But the reason I say that is because I am named Stone Kiker, and Stone Kiker runs a craftsmanship business called Oaknut Workshop. What is in the Oaknut Workshop? Well, in Oaknut Workshop, it is a magical place where three mediums are made, used, and combined. And those
Mhm.
mediums are wood, leather, and metal. So if you have any projects, ideas that you think can be made out of any of those three things, you should hit up Stone Kiker, myself, at oaknutworkshop.com. I've been making all sorts of stuff recently: custom leather dog collars, wood cutting boards, furniture,
Beautiful
you
things.
name it. I can probably come up with something. So, if you want to check out any of my work, you can check me out on social medias at Oaknut Workshop. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Or you can check out my website at oaknutworkshop.com.
It's like a menage a trois of awesome.
What the frick is a menage a trois? Well, I feel even better educated after that ad.
Yeah, me too. I learned a lot. It's,
Well, Matt,
uh,
the turn of the year is starting to happen.
yeah, man.
You know, we're
2024.
about to head into 2024, which in America has a lot of implications,
Oh yeah.
which we will probably talk about at some point because we have some pretty um, strong and pertinent views on certain said things that happen in 2024,
2024.
which we'll
Yes.
probably get around to at some point.
Oh yeah, I'd love to be canceled in 2024. It'd be great.
Yeah, go ahead and get it over with. You know, rip the
Right?
Band-Aid off.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. This is the time of the year when we look back on the previous year or the year that's ending, and and think forward to the year that's coming and what we want to do differently.
Yeah.
At least in this context and culture. A lot of people do that. It's not really ever helpful for me to make resolutions because I don't know. I feel like every day you get a chance to make a resolution.
Yeah, I've never really understood the whole resolution thing per se. I think part of that is a lot of times it's about glorifying the self.
Hmm. Yeah.
And so,
We do love ourselves.
it's not really glorifying anything that's actually truly worth glorifying. We need to take care of ourselves because
Oh yeah, absolutely.
we are a temple, as they say, and you want to keep that temple clean and shiny and keep all the crap out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always thought New Year's resolutions were kind of weird because
Yeah.
most of the time they're ones that people come up with are
Lame.
lame, hard to succeed in doing efficiently.
And not measurable.
Yeah, and not really measurable. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you want to get in better
Mhm.
shape, but it's like, okay, do
Okay,
you
what's the
have
actual goal?
yeah, what's the actual goal? Do you just want six pack abs? Do you want to, pack on, 20 pounds of muscle? Do you want to
Right.
get your PR up to, squatting 500? And
So
it's
they're,
like,
so they're not smart.
and yeah, if you
Specific,
just say, I want to
measurable.
get in shape, and yeah, only you don't in your mind's eye you don't really truly know what that even means, and you're
Yeah.
just setting yourself up for disappointment.
Disappointment. And then that's why, gym memberships soar in January and dip in February. So it's just,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
it was like in the summertime. So in the summer, I think Planet Fitness had that thing where if you were a high school student,
Hmm.
you could have a free membership during the summer.
Yeah.
And so there was just like tons of high school kids in the Planet Fitness,
Yep.
and like people were like getting all upset or whatever.
Makes sense.
I didn't think it was a big deal. All of the kids I saw in there were actually like putting in the work.
Yeah.
It
Nah,
just
man.
was
Like,
busy. But
that's been my excuse, for the last 6 months has been it's almost New Year's, so I don't want to go to the gym when everyone else signs up.
yeah,
So that's why I haven't gotten a membership. It's I
I
thought
don't
about
know.
it though.
I've been just thinking about doing calisthenics stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
There you go.
but you can't really like pack on a ton of muscle doing calisthenic stuff.
No.
I want to get big like the reacher guy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yes,
Alan
Richardson.
Richardson.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen this man,
He's a hoss.
just look up, Reacher and put it on images. They love having him shirtless in that show. This
Yeah.
man is built like a brick wall.
Oh, this is the guy. You have the poster in your room. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that guy.
Yeah, it's that guy.
Perfect.
Um he's got a great physique.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
it'd be pretty sweet to have that physique. But I'm also not as tall as him either. He's like what, 6'5".
is he? I didn't know he was that big. Most of the time you see guys like that, they're
He's
short.
either like he's 6 something, and I myself am a towering 5'9"
Yeah.
ish. So the nice thing about being 5'9" ish is I can work out for 3 weeks straight and look ripped if I really wanted to.
Right.
Tall guys have a lot more work to put in, and unfortunately,
Bro.
short guys don't give tall guys enough cred for tall guys who have like a really good physique.
Bro, this guy. Okay, so I've seen a lot of movies, obviously, with this guy. Like, I know who he is, but I didn't realize that he was
He's 6'3".
Aquaman in Smallville back in the day.
Oh, was it?
Smallville, they tried to introduce like the Justice League way back when,
Yeah.
and so they had like a few characters on there. But yeah, that makes total sense now. Now I see it. But
Yeah, he's been in he's weird. Like, well, he's not. It's weird how his career has been, because he's been in a lot of like things you would think would really set him apart. But there's always been some kind of weird, funky stuff happen
Yeah.
where like he's not quite in the limelight.
Yeah,
But
he's like bipolar.
yeah,
Uh,
but
I
he's
think he said
apparently
that.
like with acting training, it's helped him a lot. But he's also one of the bros.
Yeah, no,
He's
he
a
seems like a cool guy.
he's a Christ following homie.
He is, yeah.
So
He is, I
that's
saw that.
pretty nice.
Yeah. He's also,
There's a new wave of like popular Hollywood actors being more open about their
cool
faith
to,
and
cool
stuff.
to be a Christian.
Yeah.
Right. Which is good and bad, I think. But I think it's cool. You know, I've heard his kind of side of the story, and I think that's pretty dope.
Anyways,
You know, he was on American Idol.
yes, yep,
I didn't know that.
that was his first debut on the screen, on the TV screen. He was on American Idol, and when he did his audition, the whatever the lady's name was on,
Paula.
Huh?
Paula Abdul.
was it Paula Abdul?
Oh man, I don't know. She was on American Idol. I haven't watched it in like 20 years.
It was like
so-
one of the first couple seasons.
Yeah, then it was her.
Anyways, back then it was all right for horny old ladies to objectify young men and not get in trouble for it.
Oh yeah.
And
that makes
so she like sent the other judges out of the room, and he did his audition basically like serenading her. And when you go back and watch it, it's very cringy. Plus, it's also because it's the early 2000s or whatever.
sense. Gosh, he looks like a baby.
Yeah, well, he was a baby.
Wow. So
Yeah.
but he actually got on the show, right? They like put him.
Yeah, he has a
through, and
decent
then-
voice.
Wow, he was 20. That was 21 years ago, bro.
Yeah, because he's like 40 something now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's
dude.
6'3", so I think Reacher in the books is supposed to be 6'5", so they just give him some boots and he's there, you know.
Oh yeah, totally. Wow.
Tell you who is huge. We watched the new Indiana Jones movie,
Yeah, that dude.
and I don't know why this movie got a lot of hate.
No, I thought it was great.
It was
We watched it last week.
a fantastic, I would say, cap to the Indiana Jones series.
Much better than
Um,
Crystal Skull.
Yeah, much
Yeah.
better than Crystal Skull. Had a lot of like throwbacks to the original 3 movies, but
Mhm.
they weren't bad throwbacks. Like they were very tasteful. But
Yeah.
there's a guy in there who is 7'2",
Yeah, he's a hoss, dude.
He
He's
is-
jacked.
jacked. He's the world's tallest bodybuilder,
That
and
makes
he's nicknamed
sense.
the Dutch Giant.
You looked him up, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
this guy is huge.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
big.
watching this movie and I was like, when just seeing the scenes comparing him to the people, and I was like, this guy can't be real. He's
Yeah.
huge. Look him up, or just watch the new Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's worth the watch.
Movie.
I would say I don't know why people hated on it. And
The-
Phoebe Waller-Bridge did fantastic as like the
Yeah, I think the reason people were hating on it was because they thought it was too girl bossy, which I don't really think it was.
I don't think it was. You know, she's taken over the Tomb Raider stuff. Like she's writing and directing all the new Tomb Raider stuff.
really?
Yeah. So like I feel
Like
like
for the
this is
games
her,
or for
for both, for the games and for the, because they're going to be all connected. Amazon bought it, so Amazon's doing like a series, some movies, and a new game.
is that coming out like in the next couple years? or
They've
so?
just signed the writer, one of the Marvel writers signed on to it, but she's writing it, she's directing it, and so this was like her first
Hmm.
foray into the like
Yeah.
action adventure, you know.
I
But-
didn't think it was too bad at all. I think like it was like that in the beginning because that's kind of how her character was. Like her dad died when she was young and she was on her own
Yeah.
for a long
It
time.
was very
But then
Tomb
like you can
Raider-y.
kind of see how she turns around and like, you know, wants to be more involved with family again
Yeah.
and things like that.
Well, it
and it
definitely
wasn't.
kind of set up like where the story could continue with like her, and they had the little kid, just kind of like short round from
Yeah.
the second movie.
Dr.
And,
Jones.
Dr. Jones. Bro, he was in
The Loki series.
and Aaron, Aaron watched the second Indiana Jones with me, so she like, knew who he was, and then but she didn't know that guy was him
Yeah.
until he talked for the first time.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he
what was
like,
his name in the Loki
Loki.
series?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Ouroboros
Ouroboros.
or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, that was hilarious. But Aaron was like, "Wait a minute, I've heard that voice."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah. No, I think it was definitely good. And I heard someone on another podcast talking about how they think they could keep the Indiana Jones series going without it feeling too stretched out. Where basically,
He goes back
it's
in
like,
time.
yeah, they use the dial of destiny every single time.
Yeah.
No, they basically there's some kind of kid. What do you call the opposite? The mentee, mentor,
Yeah.
and the mentee.
Minty.
Some kind of mentee of Indiana Jones, and they're like, you live this, crazy life. Like, how is your legacy going to continue? And blah blah blah. And so then Indiana Jones is like, let me show you something, and they go back in his little, mausoleum. No, not mausoleum is the wrong word. That's
Where
like
he keeps all the stuff.
dead person thing.
Yeah.
Just the back rooms of his place in the university where he's got stuff stored up, and he pulls back a secret door or whatever, and there's a bookshelf, and it's lined with journals. And
you just
so
read
he's
the
like, pick
journals.
one.
Yeah.
And the kid like grabs one of the journals, and so then it transitions, and it starts with like Harrison Ford or whatever doing the narration of the story, and then it bleeds into the story,
Yeah.
and that's how you introduce the new actor.
Yeah.
Right, where it can be a new actor because it's sort of like a Princess Bride situation,
Right.
where it's
exactly.
the kid's
It's
interpretation of what's going on
yeah.
in the journal.
Well,
And then you could do like a bunch of Indiana Jones movies that way.
I think that's great. I feel like people would totally still watch it. I mean, I heard, it's not confirmed, that Chris Pratt is.
Heard?
Yeah, is at least talking about taking up the mantle of Indiana Jones. Because every time that they've like mentioned Dial of Destiny being the final film, they've just said it's Harrison Ford's last Indiana Jones film. Which is they had John Williams do the score and all that, and it's very like finite for him. But yeah, Chris Pratt would kill it, dude. I feel like
Maybe.
I
I don't think he's got the build.
Maybe not.
I think acting wise he could do it, but build wise he doesn't quite have the same physique.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like when I think of Indiana Jones, like he was more of like a wiry type. He's a wiry type build versus like a bulking adventurer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah. I don't know who could do that well.
No, I'm trying to think.
In the acting world, honestly, maybe Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield can do anything, man. He's such a good
He's
actor.
apparently like unemployed right now. Like nobody wants to hire him for projects, which seems.
I heard he took some time off. I didn't know.
Weird. Yeah, he was doing an interview recently, and he was like, "Technically, I'm unemployed right now." He was like, "I'd love to have a 9 to 5. That way, I knew I had job security."
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's a great actor though. Yeah, he could crush it. I don't know. It's animated is the way to go, dude. You just get someone that sounds like. Did you see Hotel Transylvania 4? And they had the dude that sounds just like Adam Sandler talking, even though Adam Sandler's not doing the voice anymore. But it's like an impersonator. And so
really?
He impersonates Adam Sandler's voice for Dracula, like the whole movie.
For the 4th movie?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Kevin James and Adam Sandler both left, but their characters sound just like them, and it's the same guy. That's like.
I didn't realize that's what they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
The rest of the cast stayed on, but they had Happy Madison had signed a deal with Netflix or something, so he was kind of getting pulled in two directions, and he ended up not doing the last movie, Transformania or whatever.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't know that.
But yeah, you could do that and just do an animated series. You got all kinds of adventures you can do. time doesn't matter.
Animated series Indiana Jones.
Yeah, bro. I'd watch it. It'd be like that Andy Samberg show that's out now, the animated show. It's like he's like an archaeologist, and it's in a
Oh,
world
yeah,
where
yeah, yeah.
archaeologists are superheroes or something, celebrities.
I still don't know if I could see Indiana Jones in something like that unless it was done like anime style.
Someone did
Like
it. Someone did
in
like
the
a short run. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, someone did one a couple years ago. Or it might have been after Crystal Skull.
Is this name Short Round or Short Run?
I thought it was Short Round, but I could be wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, let me.
Dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun
dun.
dun
No, not Montana
do.
Jones.
Did you ever watch the Young Indiana Jones series / movies?
No, but you have told me about them.
Yeah, so they're all on Disney Plus.
I'll show you.
We had like one of the VHSs when I was a kid.
Yeah, so this is a
Yeah.
this is something that someone did a few years ago.
It's cool. I don't know. I can't see it being
Being a hit.
series. No.
Yeah, maybe not,
Yeah.
but
Which
it's pretty cool.
Oh, never mind. That'd be a spoiler for the people.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, just go watch it.
All right. So, we've talked about Indiana Jones enough.
Yeah.
Let's we
You can
kind
talk
of got
about
off.
Indiana Jones anytime,
Yeah,
buddy.
we kind of got off topic. But what we were leading into was sort of recapping 2023.
Yeah, it's been a year.
And here I have a quiz
Okay,
of 2023.
let's do it. Let's do it.
So, I might
Test
not
our
do all
knowledge.
of these, but we might as well maybe do all of them. We'll see. So,
All right.
I'm not going to know any of these right off the bat.
I'm probably not gonna know any of them.
And I can't see the answers right now.
So we have the answer right now,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna tell us the
We'll
answers
answer
later.
right now, and then the answers will show up later in the article.
Okay, groovy. Yeah, I don't have a great memory, and I don't pay attention enough to remember things. So,
Plus, also, this is Cosmopolitan.
oh my gosh.
So,
Why don't you pick USA Today?
well, it was worse.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so some of these
my
might not.
So it's all gonna be about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, it'll probably be
Basically.
pretty gay, but we'll
Yeah.
make it work.
All right, let's do it.
What was the name of Prince Harry's memoir published in January?
Oh man, The Prince and the Frog.
I was gonna say bo. I have no idea. Number 2, at the beginning of the year, which country reopened its borders to international visitors 3 years after the beginning of the COVID pandemic?
Italy? Was it Italy? Didn't they shut down for a while?
No, I actually know this one.
Okay. Who's it?
China.
China. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, China. They hid out for a while. See, this is a gay one coming up.
Okay. I'm ready for
What did Kylie Jenner wear to the Scribble fashion show in January? Clothes.
it. A dress?
Yeah, dress.
Uh,
Okay, that's big news for
Pretty- yeah.
2023.
Great.
What is the name of the fungal infection that caused a global pandemic in the TV series The Last of Us?
Oh, isn't it? Oh, shoot. I know this. It's like a real thing. It was like cordyceps, right?
Yeah.
It's like, is that what? That's the name of it?
I mean, I know that was the fungal strain. I don't know if that's what they called the
Infection, right?
infection.
Name. Yeah, we can.
I'm
we'll
gonna
check it
lock
at the
in
end.
cordyceps.
Yeah, cordyceps. I like that.
After winning 4 Grammys in February, Beyonce is now the most awarded artist in prizes history. But how many Grammys in total does she have? Who cares? 8.
I'm gonna go with 12.
All right. I'm gonna skip some of these because these are I don't really wanna. I don't really care. Let's see. What date did Taylor Swift's Eras tour commence?
Wasn't that like fairly recently, or was that at the beginning of the year?
I mean, I think it was closer to the beginning of the year.
I'm gonna say March, sometime in March.
March 15th.
March 15th. Sounds good.
All right. In April, which country became the 31st country to join NATO? I heard about this.
Is it Ukraine or something?
I don't think they ever joined NATO. Maybe they did, but I don't
know.
think they did, and we're still helping them.
Yeah. Do you any clues? Any ideas?
Was Switzerland already in NATO? Because they've been pretty isolationist.
They're just like kind of middle of the road, right? They love everyone.
I'm gonna say Switzerland.
Yeah. All right. Lock it in, man.
What was the code name for King Charles' coronation?
Baby's got a brand new bag.
All right. Let's see. Who was the actor who took on the role of Ariel in the live-action Disney movie The Little Mermaid? Let me correct this. Who was the actress? Come on, Cosmopolitan, get it together.
Haley somebody.
Haley.
Shoot. I never saw the movie. I don't know,
Me
but
neither.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
I read.
We all heard about it.
Haley.
Haley. We'll say Haley, and hopefully that'll get us close enough.
Yep.
Let's see. Wow. Okay. There's some Barbie movie questions.
I did see Barbie finally.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe you might know this one.
Probably not.
In the Barbie film, what is Ken's job?
Shoot. Is he a lifeguard? I think he's a lifeguard.
I mean, that would make sense.
I think he's a lifeguard, yeah.
I didn't see it, but that makes sense.
Could be
Lifeguard. Locking it in. Which Greek island suffered serious wildfires that caused many tourists to flee it?
Wait, say it again. I'm sorry.
Which Greek island suffered serious wildfires which caused many tourists to flee it?
Do you know any ideas?
Sagebrushia.
Greek island. Crete?
Crete? Maybe.
I think it was Crete.
Locking it in. Crete.
I don't know any other Greek islands, so
that's
really my
here we go.
only.
What is the name of the social media app designed by Meta aimed to rival Twitter/X?
Oh, Threads.
Threads. Yep.
The one that no one is on. No one's using.
Yeah, and they're still pushing it. Like
I know.
So they changed it on Instagram now, where when you try to share something, the first button
It's Threads.
it's the Threads button.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So lame.
Very annoying. Who narrated Britney Spears' highly anticipated memoir, The Woman in Me, for the audiobook version?
Britney Spears?
Did Britney Spears narrate her own book?
A lot of people do. I don't know.
Maybe. Let's see. I have no idea. Yeah, a lot of these are... Oh, what was the Oxford Dictionary word of the year?
Riz.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Devil better get back. Do you know what Riz is?
It's like charisma, right?
Yeah, it comes from charisma.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't know that until you told me, though.
Yeah. You know, because you either have W Riz or L Riz. Do you know what
What's
W
the
and L Riz?
difference?
So W Riz is winning Riz.
Okay. Or
Now-
losing.
Or losing Riz. And
Mm.
so, if like you're good at talking to girls and striking up conversation and getting them interested in you, that's W Riz.
Okay.
If you don't have that, that's L Riz.
Okay.
Which
So,
a lot of guys these
a lot
days.
of guys have some L Riz
some
going
L
on.
Riz.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at some of the answers here. The Prince Charles book that was called Spare,
Spare.
Spare, Spare.
Okay. Spare.
China, a dress with a lion's head on it. That was that
Oh.
weird gala thing.
I think we got it right.
Yeah, we said a dress.
It's,
That's then the answer. Cordyceps, we were correct about that.
groovy.
17th of March. So if we're going by Price is Right rules,
Dang, we were closest.
we
won.
got it. Let's see. 12 was 12 the NATO one? Yeah. That was Finland. Finland
Mm.
joined in there.
Yeah. We missed out on that one.
What else we got? It said his job was beach.
Beach. Yeah. That makes sense. Maybe that's how they said it in the movie.
My
I can't
job is
remember.
beach. Threads. Yep, I was the answer for that one. Wait, 31. Did we do 31? Oh, I skipped over that one. In August, which former U.S. president's mugshot went viral?
I guess we can all assume it would be the president, Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
His hair is like all over the place or something.
And he's got like the meanest stank face of all time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Let's see. Wait, what question was that? 40. What product did Kim Kardashian launch for her brand Skims that caused some backlash?
I don't even know.
A bra with nipples on it.
But why?
So you're covering up your own nipples and simulating fake nipples
But it
poking
looks-
out.
Oh.
So it gives you the lift, but the nip at the same time.
Lift and nip.
Yeah, honestly,
be
that
a-
seems like a great product.
Interesting. But people didn't like it, apparently.
Apparently not.
It's sad that our culture thinks that these are the most newsworthy things that happen in
Throughout the year?
2023.
Yeah,
it's pretty messed up. That's
I honestly, well, yeah, we were talking last night thinking about some of the stuff over the past year. I think one of the most memorable was the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial.
Yeah.
There's no questions about that.
I know. That was a big one.
That was a big,
Yeah, that was a big one.
in the cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, Donald Trump's mugshot, that was a big one.
It's a big one.
What else happened?
Couple wars,
yeah.
those were all over the place.
Couple wars going on. Joe Biden fallen a couple times.
Yep.
Chocolate chip. And yeah, that's about
That's
it.
pretty much all that happened this year.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. People finally stopped doing the COVID stuff, like masks and everything. I feel like,
For the most part,
for
yeah.
the most part, there's still some out there, but
there's always going to be some.
yeah.
That's just it's their thing they do now.
It's the thing, It's what you do.
It's what you do.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Well,
Good
you know
time,
what you
great
should
year.
do.
Get yourself some blankie time.
Get yourself some blankie time, especially in this kind of weird period between Christmas and New Year's. You're not sure what day of the week it is, what time it is.
It's true.
It's always time for Blanky time.
Always.
And
Always time.
if there's one New Year's resolution that the Blanky Bros 100% back you do is just get more Blanky time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
Number one thing.
Put it right on your notes. Get more Blanky time in bold caps. Screenshot that. Put it as your lock screen, and you can never go wrong with it.
No. It should be the first thing you do in the morning, the last thing you do at night, and most of the things you do during the day.
Yeah, always Blanky.
Always Blanky.
Does having a Snuggie count as Blanky time?
Yes. I think
you
so.
you could wear a Snuggie all the time and have Blanky time all the time.
I do wear a Snuggie most of the time. And, yeah. Dude, Snuggie's one of the best things that's ever been created, honestly.
I've never used one.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. I was a hater until I tried one.
Yeah.
And now,
It just seems like one step away from being a straitjacket.
it's true. It's true. But as long as you don't get one that has, like, buttons on the back of it, no one can trap you in there.
True.
You just gotta, it's worth it. It's worth the time. Worth the effort, though. All right, man. Well, this has been fun. It's been a good year.
I'll see you next year, Matt.
Yeah, I'll see you next year.
All right.
So, all right.
Blanky time out.
Bye.
Bye bye.